The universe was put here for man to conquer.
I used to have a desire to go to space within my lifetime. I had a hope that certain techniques would develop sufficiently to alter our bodies enough for the rigors of space travel, like Manfred Clynes and Nathan Kline argued for when they coined the word cyborg. But as the technologies that help us transition our bodies into new forms have not developed very far at all, my hope of leaving the Earth for a long duration and surviving the trip has diminished quite significantly.
Wow. If that does not inspire you.
But also, too much of the current hype around space travel, such as the desire to send humans to Mars, replicates colonialist impulses that are doomed to repeat the same mistakes of the recent past on this planet. It doesn't matter that there are not sentient beings on Mars. The colonization will occur at the level of the land and the imagination, because we still see the planet as only useful for human extraction and consumption. I've begun to think about space travel differently. Perhaps most of the extraterrestrial space isn't for humans to explore yet. Perhaps space travel exists, however, for other organisms more suited to that environment, like bacteria, tardigrades, or lichen. In my project TX-2 MOONSHADOW, I am creating an entire space mission around this idea. Sending lichen to Mars, encased in a makeshift meteorite made from simulated Martian dust, carried on board a solar sail spacecraft. The timeline for this mission is in the hundreds, if not thousands, of years, so as to hedge our bets given our lack of knowledge about what might currently live on Mars. Alongside this project, I've created a film, Temporal Transfer Orbit, or TTO, that uses archival and filmed footage to deeply delve through the essay film form into the topics of the project. TX-2 MOONSHADOW thus exists in multiple spaces. That of a provocation, asking if perhaps we should be foregrounding the non-human organic experience of space, as well as manifesting, through its form, a way of building space missions differently. The spacecraft in TX-2 MOONSHADOW is built to NASA and ESA specifications, and as such, shows that these missions could take on very different forms if we just expanded our imagination a bit. And the name itself references the MOONSHADOW newsletter for the Transsexual Action Organization, or the TAO, which was published in the 1970s. Within this newsletter were images of transsexual aliens and cyborgs, as well as hopes for affinity between transsexuals and extraterrestrials. I continue this legacy of different kinds of marginalized groups looking to extraterrestrial space for some kind of exodus or hope. But really, TX-2 MOONSHADOW is about creating xenolists, or the necessary catalysts for change that must exist in order for different futures to come to pass. The need is not necessarily for new technology, it's for different ways of using what already exists. That is where the real imagination lies.